going on, everyone? This is Benji. I am doing a video on another personal saber. I've been doing a couple here and there to kind of keep my love for this hobby. Got to do something for me. Finished up some stuff for people over the past few weeks, and I've been working on my own. This is something that is a huge surprise in how much I fell in love with this hilt. So this is the is it LDM and Korbanth? I got it off of Korbanth's website. This was bargain basement. This is a $100 hilt, and I've been wanting this hilt for a very long time, solely to complete my Korbanth Qu Rahn collection side for the most part. I never got it because this was never really like a huge design favorite of mine. It's more of a completionist type thing, because Dark Forces 2, I mean, when I was a kid, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. You know, unlike the PC or whatever back in the day, like early, was it like 96, 97? I can't remember the exact date. But it was just so cool. Korbanth Qu Rahn's a cool character. And I love my Qu Rahn V3 from the Jedi Knight Outcast 2 game. But this one sounds so stinking good, because you got a lot of room to work with. 28mm speaker from Smuggler's Outpost, which my dude Albert supplies, and I'm a fellow smuggler as well. But this just had so much room and so much fun. And once I got it installed, I absolutely fell in love with this thing. So also, real quick, I had to do up the blaster, right? I had to do the Briar blaster. 3D printed it, painted it, called it a day, just to finish the display. This is the first time I've ever 3D printed a blaster. That was pretty fun. Got this off the Thingiverse free file, but they had to go together. I mean, they go together. Come on now. All right, get this blaster out the way. So what I ended up doing with this guy was, it didn't come with a ring, so I put a D-ring in the pommel. One thing I did do before we get into the chassis was, so it has switch plungers, right? Now the switch plungers are a lot longer. Oh, sorry, excuse the 3D printer if y'all can hear it squeaking back there. Switch plungers come a lot longer, and when you go to put your chassis in, you gotta make sure it's upside down so they kind of drop a little bit, and then when they get in there, I didn't like the length of how long they were and how wiggly they were, so I spent some time getting these guys so flush. I trimmed them down, but I also added springs, the right height, the right tension, the right everything to get these just right. So now I can put the chassis in however I want to, as long as I follow my groove guidelines. So fully enclosed, plenty of room, which that's one thing a lot of saber makers, designers and such, everybody always wants a slimmer hilt, slimmer, all that. Like, for me, space is just, I prefer space. I prefer to have a lot of space to work with. You can get a bigger chassis, a better chassis designs. If you could fully enclose that speaker, I mean, look how much room you have for that speaker. It's the best potential for sound and overall everything for installers. Now, I get why people would like a really slim, sleek hilt, but to me, the trade-off's never really that great. So what I did was, normally I could just pull it out to about here, and my kill switch is right there, right? So I pull that guy, but this is a fully removable chassis, and I could have went a heck of a lot more hardcore in the design, but I kind of wanted to keep this one simple and close to the same motif, I guess, going on. I mean, really, I wanted it to look like it really fit with like the Briar blaster, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to kind of keep it as much in the same vibe as the saber and blaster. So I didn't go too crazy. I didn't go too crazy on making it gnarly, but I added an accent strip here and an accent under this door here, which it's on a timer, so let me go ahead and cut this off real quick. But flip the kill switch, get that guy going there. Got some mesh underneath each grill as well as diffusion, and then go green. Got your CC sabers. Here's the V3. Oh my god, sounds good even just like this, you know what I mean? Like, but twist that guy off. But you have your channel there, right? And then your two switches. So what I did was I put a screw a tad longer, right? Like this screw right here is not the stock one, but it is the same size, same button head. Everything's the same, just the length was different. So I did that so I could have a good guide on the chassis. See how it slides in there and goes over the switches and then stops. Everything fits perfectly. So as long as you kind of got it in with the top part right there, when you get to, you know, that there, you can kind of feel it. And then you just push her in to about there. And then the speaker, the cap, on cap, pushes it on down and you're all the way in. And then these buttons are buttery smooth, man. They're buttery smooth. And this saber sounds so good. I don't even know if it's going to do justice, but there's some sabers that whenever you swing, sure, you hear it. It sounds really good. But that vibration that you get from this kind of setup, and when you swing, you feel the whooms, like all those. Yeah, that's right, I look pretty ridiculous. All the whooshes, the deep bassy shwoom, you feel them. And that's the most realistic part for me, man. Super loud. Super loud. Oh, it's too good. Alright, which one do we got here? I have some music on some of them. Really wanted to play this. I mean, this is what you want on here.
This message is intended for my son, Kyle Katarn.
Nostalgia.
Kyle, I have left two very important items for you. The first is a map to the Valley of the Jedi, and is embedded in the stone ceiling above this room. The last is a lightsaber that once belonged to a friend and great Jedi, Rahn. Use it well. Use it for good.
How great is that? It's just so much fun. This is Outcast Night by Korbanth Fonts. This one is more for the Jedi Knight Outcast game, but why not? All right. I was thinking about doing a short blade on it. You know, short blade demos are more convenient. The little blade plug I make. I just cannot get away from these razor plugs. I love them. They work in everything. Good deep blade socket, which is cool. Figure I'm gonna go ahead and do a normal blade length. Oh, and this blade just fits like a glove. I'm doing a normal blade length. Why not? Iconic, dude. Classic. And I really dig the middle grip, how it tapers. So this saber is not exactly the most comfortable to hold up top. It's fine, you know, you do have a little taper here, but I mean, it's thick up top, dude, just like me. So, you know, holding it is a little different, but it feels good regardless. Ooh. This battery might be low. doing this in every demo now. Every video I got a low battery. It's one thing, batteries when they get low, especially on like Profi, it can start to sound really nasty. And you're like, oh no, I broke my speaker. Chances are your batteries are low. And I play with these sabers a lot, and then I'm like, let's do a video on them. Yeah, I needed a fresh battery in that baby. Oh well. Oh, so freaking good. One of my favorite things about Profi is the audio flicker. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really usually do too many crazy blade styles. You know, I pretty much stick with a little white flash, but when you move it and it flickers to the sound, that is very, very realistic, you know, as you can get. So good. This is a very, very clean sounding saber. You design the chassis right, the sound resonance right, right size speaker, magic. This is a force lightning. Whoop. It's incredible. Only have a few fonts on here. For the most part, try to get the time frame. You know what I mean? Most of it's a little OT sounds. Very, very much enjoy this. Very much enjoy this. This is a sleeper hilt, man. Well, that sounds really good too. That's what it's like after you leap on Flores' house. See ya. This is a hilt that I didn't get for a long time because I was just like, eh. And now it's just, as far as like my video game hilts go, I really enjoy it for a lot of different reasons. So the weathering, I didn't really go over. I did a very, very light weathering. I didn't want to go too gnarly on it. Just enough grime, just enough nicks, and you know, dirt and whatnot, and scratches. And I like that it's used. It's been hit, it's fallen, it's rolled, but it's not. It doesn't. The trick is you can't make it look like you intentionally did all that. So if you have a giant X or something on it, it doesn't look natural. So you really got to kind of like, less is more a lot of times, and this is for my personal preference. I'm not saying relic sabers aren't cool. I want to match the game, but I also want to keep it like this is what it would look like if it was real. So very happy with that. The only other thing I did do was I completely forgot to say is that so it can unthread right around here, and I saw somebody's threads break, and I was like, no thanks. So I secured it. I glued this because you would have to take this guy off, this screw, then you can unthread all of this, but then you'd always have to try to line these bars back up and get it right. So to me, the most ideal way to set this thing up was a one piece with a removable pommel and the entire chassis just be fully removable. The other thing that's pretty cool about this is I may at some point just go ahead and design another chassis at the same exact dimensions, but do like a elite version chassis, metal, crystal, everything. Because for this one, I just wanted to get something done, something nice, something fun, but also not spend a crazy amount of time on it. And I feel like I kind of hit the middle ground on that. I really just wanted it done anyways too, but yeah, I like being able to just pull that out, start that guy up, push it in, and go. So anyways, I've gone on long enough. I try to keep these videos a little shorter, but that was a lot of fun. I really enjoy this one. I'm not sure how many more they have, but if I were you guys and you were a Korbanth Qu Rahn fan, I really don't know if there's a better version of the Qu Rahn saber. So this isn't exactly Kyle's saber. This is Qu Rahn, and then Kyle uses it for a bit of the game. So, but this is one of them. This is one of them. I need who's the other hilt I need? Crap, I forgot. Yoon. Is it Yoon? I need his too, because Kyle uses that one at one point too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've got a couple more videos and a couple more things to come. I'm getting in the swing of things again, and I hope to have fun with sabers and you know, show them off with you guys and interact with like-minded people. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I know there's 1,000 saber content these days, tons of creators, and that's awesome. So I appreciate everyone who watches, because, you know, you don't have to. But I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, may the force be with you.
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Scruffy looking.